Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Madden legends and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with their opponents. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Saint and Viking Morton Anderson to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City's offense taking center stage, led by Patrick Mahomes. And while the season for Mahomes and company may have ended in a bit of disappointment, what a year it was. Led the NFL in touchdown passes, only the third ever to throw for 50, and he was second in passing yards, over 5,000 of those, Charles. It was a heck of a season.
It certainly was, and it didn't come out of nowhere because, remember, Kansas City moved up big in the draft to get him. I believe they moved from the low 20s up to number 10. So you knew the potential was there, and they were counting on it. But also remember, he sat most of his rookie year. Only had the one start in a throwaway game at the end of the season, sitting behind Alex Smith. So many say, hey, the importance of sitting that first year helped. Others will say, he should have started him his rookie year. Look at this guy. He's something else. But I know this. In backyard football, a lot of people are going to be throwing it with their opposite hand now, aren't they, to try and make a fly?
And sidearm.
Sidearm, you know, whatever way to get the ball downfield. Patrick Mahomes brought us a whole lot of excitement and
still first down.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On second down, here's Mahomes. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here comes the Madden Legends offense out for their first possession. Leading this crew out is their electrifying signal caller, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL MVP. You all know him, Steve Young.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
All right, here we go.
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but
Still
all for
second
naught
down.
on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On play action, Young. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Young. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for it and was kicking coverages in his direction.
Young with the give to Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still 1st down.
Here we go now.
Young now from the 50. And it's incomplete. Shannon Sharp, the intended receiver. And it's second down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
After all he's been through, I want to talk about Eric Berry, and it was really tough for any NFL fan to see him go down the opener in New England last year. The one thing we know about him, he's resilient. This is a man who's beat cancer to come back and play at an all-pro level. And why? He can cover in the deep zones. He drops down in the box in the run game, and he can blitz the quarterback. You name it, Eric Berry can do it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now here's Young. He's going to launch this. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, that's a sight we should see a lot today. Tony Gonzalez, first in receptions by a tight end with 1,325 and trails only
Jerry Rice.
Yes, for most receptions all time.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run with Barry Sanders. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Second down, Young. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
Young. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39. Hut.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Set. Blue, landing.
Now Young. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. D. Ford. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Here we go now. Blue,
Here's
landing.
Steve Young.
Blue, landing.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2017 Hall of Famer Morton Anderson now for the Legends field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. Look how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. DeMarcus Ware in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Holding. Offense.
Well, obviously, that is declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Now Sanders. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, IB Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the give, this is their fullback. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Allen Bailey in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Young to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again, knocks another one through the posts. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, at one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
After the made field goal, Anderson back out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England, but it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is, and just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, Chief Weapons.
Thank you. Yeah. Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback. The defense will need some work, though. They've got to get better against the run. Gave up way too many yards in that category. They've got to get back to their elite levels and takeaway numbers. Something that's dropped off the last couple of seasons. But they start to make some corrections there. We'll be talking about Kansas City for years to come.
Yeah, that rush defense 27th in the league, so certainly something to shore up before next season.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
We got three. Green, 90. Green.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And take it right on the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Green, 39.
Looking to throw, Young. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
See another play as time has run out on this first quarter. It's a close game here early on, and we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that was the first carry of the game for LaDainian Tomlinson. His first touch, our first look at him in this contest.
That's so good. I remember at the time of his retirement, he was 5th all-time in career rushing yards, just under 14,000.
Yeah, how about that? 2nd in career rushing touchdowns with 145 as well.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Young. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Madden Legends first down, Young to Moss.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, Young. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
Hurry up, here we go.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go.
Young will set to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing, Young. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Young with it, third and goal. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Randy Moss, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead.
He was simply incredible at finding the end zone during his tenure in the NFL. Holds the NFL single-season touchdown reception record with 23 back in 2007, partner.
Well, you also reminded me that Randy Moss set the rookie record with 17 touchdown grabs all the way back in 1998.
Well, you remember that season? He felt like he had so much to prove to the league. He didn't go as high in the draft as he thought he should have, and he tried to make everyone else pay.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Anderson now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. And I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Blue 45. Blue.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Green 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now Mahomes. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
3 down. Here we go. Green 90.
Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Lawrence Taylor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now Steve Young and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. A 1st down throw for Young. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On 2nd down, Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
Young to throw it. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go now. Green.
On second down, here's Mahomes. McConley's got it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue 45.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45.
And again, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Now it's Mahomes again. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes to throw once more. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Hey. Here we go. Green 90.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught by Watkins for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to a 5-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Steve Young and this Madden Legends offense heading out for their next drive. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Young. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Steve Young. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They run with a Hall of Famer, Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And they'll send out their punter now. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now come the Legends. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
This is Sanders.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Young. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
All right, here we go. 319.
A second down throw for Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Young now. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Anderson's kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
After the made field goal, Anderson back out to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ready, green 90, green 90.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Chiefs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready, green, 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out.
Here we go. Blue.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Harris has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Hut, hut, hut. Hut, hut.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete here. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Hut, hut. Hut, hut.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And Hill with it over the middle. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Hut, hut.
Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
They run it here. Where? He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run now with Ware. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Green, 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Anthony Sherman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
Now remember, still time. They can elect to kick it now from back at the 20.
You have to know what you have mentally from your kicker because the extra points have stressed these guys out all across the league. But I think at this stage of the game, I tried him out there and try it from the 20.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. Incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Steve Young and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. A 1st down throw for Young. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Young again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Young to throw it. Man open, Rice. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Young to Rice for a Madden Legends 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Young now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now Young leads to Sanders on the draw. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The carry, here's Sanders. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now here's Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now here comes Kansas City. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Madden legends heading back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Another run with Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. 20, 10, and it's a touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead. Perhaps a sigh of relief from the Madden Legends after that score.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. I don't think they expected to be challenged today. But if you're part of the Madden Legends, you're always going to be challenged by who's playing you.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Anderson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Mahomes to throw once more. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Operating from the red zone. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, with the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. You got 3. Ready. Green, 39.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. 9th
play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. A nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Barry Sanders and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And the numbers show the improvement. And this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
Set! Green, 39!
Young on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They come up on a first and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown of the night. And now if the Chiefs hit the PAT, they will take the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the clear.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Now let's go. Boom, 90.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Anderson now to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Conley's got it over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance.
1st and 10.
Ready. Green, 39. Green.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Untackled, but then quickly brought down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.